Enthusiast here, and it's time for the Benidorm Fiestas. Yes, the biggest week of the year on the Benidorm calendar has finally arrived. Fiestas Mayores Patronales de Benidorm, a week where Benidorm celebrates its two patron saints, the Virgin of Suffrage and St. James. And this year's Fiesta is going to be one to remember. So for today's video, we're going to be taking you through the schedule of events, the official events of the Spanish side of the Fiesta, and the events put on by the bars. So those of you not coming out know what's happening, when and where, and those of you not coming out can get a feel for what you'll be missing out on, and perhaps you'll be tempted to book for next year. This year's Fiesta started on Friday 11th of November. As a general rule, the Fiestas start on the second weekend in November, but the specific date will depend on how that weekend falls. On Friday night, the decorative Fiesta lights were turned on in the Old Town, the Fiesta Market and the Fiesta Fair opened to launch 2022 Fiestas. The market is on the Emilio Ortuño. That's the street that goes over the bridge in between the Town Hall and the Plaza de la Hispanidad, also called Plaza Triangular. It's a craft and flea market with a mixture of stalls selling all sorts of goodies. The fair is located by the bullring at the back of the Old Town and will be open every night of the Fiesta week from 6 p.m. From the Town Hall Square, walk through the park behind and just past the bullring you'll find the fair. A typical fun fair with rides like bumper cars and a fun house and some intense adrenaline pumping rides too. There are lots of stalls to win prizes. I normally come away with a giant teddy of some sort, but it does usually cost me a fortune to win it. Lots of food and drink stalls too, and if you visit the fair you guys have to try the jacket potatoes, they're something else. Saturday is the first full day of the Fiesta, starting with Mass at 10 a.m. at the San Jaime Church. That's the church up here by the Mirador, which is central to a lot of Fiesta activities. Then there will be singing to honour the Virgin, bell ringing and a spectacular air bombing to announce the Fiestas have begun. At around 12:15, the brass band parade starts from the church and makes its way down to the Town Hall Square. That's the Plaza S.M.M. Reyes de España. There will be a performance in the square, followed by another air bombing, this one with colours. On Saturday afternoon, there's a theatrical performance down on the Poniente beach at around 5 p.m. to demonstrate the finding of the Virgin. This is followed by a procession from Parque Elche, also known as Dove Park, down the walking street, back up Alameda Street, that's Gin and Tonic Street. This procession will finish up by the church where there will be an offering of flowers to the Virgin, more singing and some fireworks to top off the first full day. On to Sunday, when the huge children's play park will open at 11 a.m. in the Town Hall Square. Then Mass in honour of the Virgin up at the church begins at 11, more air bombing and another procession. At 2 p.m. on Sunday, the first Mascleta of the Fiesta takes place. That happens here on Avenida Jaime Primero, the main street which runs perpendicular to the Poniente beachfront, just by the RH Corona del Mar Hotel. Mascletas are basically super big bangers, a firework display where the focus is on audio rather than visual. The louder the better, and they are very loud indeed. You can often feel your eardrums vibrating and your brain rattling at the Mascletas. Quick tip for you if you're watching for the first time, keep your mouth open. It helps relieve the pressure a little so you don't feel like your head's gonna pop. Sunday afternoon there's another procession through the Old Town starting at around 7:30, and in the evening at 11:30 at the Town Hall Square, a concert orchestra. On to Monday, and this is when we'll start to see more Brits and Irish arrive in town for the Fiestas. The bars will be filling up with party people who have come to enjoy the vibrant atmosphere around the town during Fiesta week. There's live music from early on in the day, as well as street bars and stages set up along the strip in the new town. There's another Mascleta on the Avenida Jaime Primero at 2 p.m. and another procession in the afternoon. On Monday night, there's a show in the Town Hall Square from 11 p.m. with DJs playing tribute to 90s music. This will be followed by a moving sound and fire show, leaving the Town Hall Square at 1 a.m, travelling through the Old Town Street and returning to the Town Hall Square to finish. Exciting stuff. Tuesday sees more mascletas in the same place, Avenida Jaime I, and a funny costumes parade at 7 p.m. in the Old Town. In the New Town this year, on the Tuesday, there's a free barbecue at the Western Saloon, and this will attract the crowds for sure. Live music, booze and free food is sure to make for a fantastic atmosphere on the Strip. On to Wednesday, which is the final day of the official fiesta, and here there will be a free giant paella outside Morgan Tavern in the New Town to mark the end of the Spanish fiesta, and loads of action in the Old Town on the Wednesday as well. The biggest and loudest mascleta is often saved for this day. Again, this will be at 2 p.m. on Avenida Jaime I. The main float parade for the Spanish fiesta starts at 6 p.m. on the Wednesday evening from the Old Town end of Levante Beach. It goes up the Avenida Martinez Alejos, that's this street which runs from Levante Beach up to the beginning of the walking street with the pizza place on the corner opposite the Alley Hop store. The float parade goes then up Rosafa Street and comes back down the other side of the Old Town, finishing at Parque Elche, also called Dove Park. Expect to see some really extravagant costumes. It is a part of the fiesta, definitely not to be missed. The official fiesta finishes on Wednesday night with a massive spectacular firework display. The fireworks are set off from the Old Town end of Poniente Beach, usually around 10 p.m, but it depends on how long the float parade takes, and of course there are many safety checks to be done. The area around the Dove Park and up by the Mirador gets extremely busy, so get down here early. And if you're not a fan of crowds, make your way further down Poniente Beach. You'll get a great view from pretty much anywhere on the prom over that side of Benidorm. The fireworks are incredible, some of the best you'll see in your life, I'm sure. An absolute must for any fiesta goer. Throughout the week you'll also see the Peñas all around the Old Town. Peñas are essentially associations set up by groups of friends with similar interests who participate together in cultural, sporting or gastronomic events over the year. There are over 300 Peñas now throughout Benidorm, including one English one. And during this fiesta they will rent units to use as a base for their Peña and basically turn it into a meeting point and a non-stop party place for the fiesta period. They will often welcome outsiders into the Peñas, so don't be afraid to join in with the festivities and the partying, they don't bite. That's the official fiesta over, but we haven't even covered the Thursday yet. The Thursday is of course the add-on Fancy Dress Day, a tradition started by Sinatra's bar in the New Town to celebrate the end of a successful fiesta. And this year is the 25th anniversary, and over the 25 years this fancy dress party has grown to be the biggest in Europe. 2019 saw around 35,000 people take to the streets in the New Town in fancy dress. And being that this year is the first year without COVID restrictions, we're expecting similar numbers. You'll struggle to find anything like it anywhere else in the world. And the best thing about it is that there's very rarely any trouble, considering the amount of people involved and the amount of booze involved. That's pretty incredible itself. People just want to get dressed up, get drunk and have a laugh. It's the best day of the year for the bars on the Strip and the Square. The party starts around 1 p.m. and stretches right the way from the Flash Hotel down to the Rockstar area, and of course up the square to Cafe Benidorm, and this year round to the new Sinatra's venue where the main fancy dress competition is held. There's also a massive parade that takes place on this day too, where lots of the bars get involved. The bigger, bolder and crazier the costumes, the better. You'll see dancers, fire eaters, all sorts of street entertainment taking place. The fancy dress boat parade usually starts around 3 p.m. from Morgan Tavern and makes its way down the full Benidorm strip road, the Calle Girona. Friday is recovery day. Most people will be nurturing some pretty horrendous hangovers and will be longing for their beds back home after a crazy week of partying. Some stay for the rest of the weekend to wind down, but the majority of Brits and Irish will be flying back, vowing never to drink ever again. Hope you all have a great fiesta. If it's your first time, I hope this guide helps. Remember, the fiesta is not just about the fancy dress day, as many newbies think, although it goes without saying that is a fantastic day. Don't miss all the fun activities, events and celebrations around the old town the week before. Don't miss the real fiesta. Have a good one, guys. We'll be out and about as much as possible filming, so give us a wave if you see us, and be sure to look out for yourselves on our videos when you get home. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok, Benidorm Enthusiast. Happy Fiestas, stay positive and stay safe.